The virus has been spreading quite rapidly around the world and the situation is constantly changing. Any type of events are being cancelled, schools, offices, shops and restaurants are being closed for days or weeks. So the global financial markets have experienced a massive crash last week. And the week before, as financial experts say, was the worst week in the world's economy since 2008 financial crisis. As someone who is currently in the workforce, whether you are employed and have a job or whether you are looking for a new one, you might be wondering what that means to you. So in this video, I will be sharing some insights and industry updates as to what is happening in recruitment currently. What effects does the coronavirus has on the job search and recruitment in general, how companies are handling the situation, and we'll also share some tips as to what can you do right now if you are searching for a new job or you are in employment but are worried that you might lose the job. So I will be sharing some tips on what you can do to mitigate that risk. Just a quick disclaimer before we dive into the video is that everything I will be talking about in this video is relevant to Europe only. I can't advise or give any overview as to what is happening in other parts of the world like US or Canada, for example, as I personally work in Europe and all my clients are based in Europe. So this is the market I know and I can confidently talk about. So just thought I'd put it out there before we start. Okay guys, let's dive right in. So just a week ago, the coronavirus outbreak didn't seem to have an effect on hiring. However, as I mentioned, things are moving pretty fast and the situation has unfortunately changed since. The coronavirus is now officially affecting the recruitment and the job search. Not only it is now affecting those who are actively searching for jobs, it also has an effect on those who have jobs at the moment, as the chances of companies having redundancies and layoffs increase. Some companies have put a complete stop on hiring at the moment. This is of course also depends on the industry, and it will be the case for the companies that are in the industries affected the most. For example, tourism, hospitality and retail, or have clients in those industries. Most of the companies will be re-looking at their budgets and will try to save where possible, which can also mean restructures, redundancies and layoffs. Again, that will also depend on the size of the company and their financial situation and how the company itself is financed. So for example, if the company has an investor behind it or a bank, this is usually the case behind big agency collectives. While they are also businesses and will be looking to save or do the cuts, those companies have a bit more stability and leeway financially. So the effect on the jobs will also be smaller comparing to small business and startups. Some companies choose to continue with the recruitment for open roles but have put the hold on the actual hiring. So what they are doing is they keep on searching and interviewing the candidates to build a pipeline, so when they have a green light to go ahead, they can just dip into a pool of candidates that they already have rather than start the search from the very beginning. What that means to you, if you are currently looking for a job, is quite a bit of uncertainty as to where you stand in the recruitment process, how long will it take, and what will be the outcome of it in the end. The recruitment process itself will also take significantly longer than it normally would. The companies that continue to interview are moving their interviews over to phone or video interviews. If you guys want more tips on how to prepare and get ready for the video interview, check this video right here where I talk about the interview process during the coronavirus in general, but also talk about what you need to know about the video interviews and how to prepare for one. Even though the situation is not the best on the job market currently, don't pause your job search. The coronavirus outbreak will eventually be over, and by taking yourself out of the process, you might lose the right opportunity for you. Pulling yourself out of the recruitment process, especially if you are already in the middle of it, might also send a wrong message to the recruiters and hiring managers, and again, you might lose an opportunity to work for that particular company in the future. So, what happens next? The ongoing outbreak is a fast-moving and evolving situation. While no one really knows for sure what will happen or what can happen, financial experts do say that they don't think the outbreak will end without having a hit on the economy. They also say that the situation has a potential to develop into something quite serious and generate even a full-blown recession. This, of course, are just the predictions, but it's probably best not to rule them out. To be quite honest, we can already see some of these things happening already in some countries where people are just being asked or just given general guidelines to stay home and work from home where possible. The economical effect is there, but it is not as massive. So people are asked to avoid public places, which in its effect reduces the demand for certain goods and services, like restaurants, for example, which then leads to financial loss for the restaurant owners and less income or loss of jobs for waiters, bar and kitchen staff, who will then spend less or will not be spending at all on other goods and services. And in other countries like Italy, for example, when the country has been on a total lockdown since last week, when not only people are not allowed to leave their home if it's only absolutely necessary, but also with everything apart from essential places like food supermarkets, hospitals, bank and post being open, and even those places working reduced hours and reduced schedule. The economic hit that Italy has taken already is massive, considering that a big part of the country's income was coming from tourism, which is now non-existent. So all the hotels, restaurants, souvenir shops, tour guide companies, etc., not only facing a massive financial loss and job loss, but actually the reality of going out of business. Those are just some examples of the effects that the coronavirus outbreak has on the economy that we can already see and feel. So what can you do? What can you do to protect yourself in the time of uncertainty in the job market? Okay, let's talk first about the future of work and where the world of work is moving towards to. While the coronavirus outbreak is unfortunate, it has also shown a lot of companies that the vast majority of jobs can be done remotely, and this is frankly where the world of work is essentially going. While I'm a huge advocate for remote work and freelancing, being my own boss and managing my own schedule, having the ability to travel, spend the time with my people I love, not having to commute every day and sit in the office from 9 to 5, I never really thought that being able to work while being quarantined at home turned out to be a massive advantage as well. And while it's not amazing to be stuck at home, I feel that the last couple of weeks have been extremely productive for me, and I managed to accomplish quite a lot of things that will move my business forwards. So guys, while you have the extra time, those of you who work from home, you guys save some time on the commute, and fortunately or unfortunately some social time with friends and going out. Or those of you who can't work right now because of the nature of the job that you do, use the spare time that you have right now to learn a new skill. Learn a skill that is not related to your current job, but something that can help you to bring the money in. Or learn how to take the skills that you already have and transition them into your side hustle. Think, what is your backup plan? What would you do if you lost your job tomorrow, or if you can't find a new job for the next 3, 6, or maybe even 12 months? What skills do you have, or what is it that you know how to do that you can do to keep some sort of income while you are looking for a job? Do you like writing and you are good with words? Copywriting is always in demand because every business needs to sell in order to be profitable. The same as digital marketing, design, virtual assistants, and web development. These are just a few ideas that I'm putting out there. The choice of jobs that you can do solely based on your skills is really wide, and it depends on just your willingness to learn, determination and practice. And of course, that goes without saying, but you have to really like what you choose to do. While I do think it is always better to start something on the side while you do have a job, it is never late to start learning a new skill. And you never know what can happen, and in case there is another situation like we're facing now, you will feel safer and more secure financially because you will have something to fall back onto. Or maybe you decide that you want all the benefits that freelancing and remote work gives you, and your new learned skill will become your main source of income. One other reason why I'm so pro having a skill that will allow you to pick up some side projects and earn some extra cash is because after working for more than a decade in corporate HR, I can guarantee you guys that there is no such thing as a job security. You can have a job today, but tomorrow you might not, for the reasons that are beyond your control. For example, economic crisis, financial state of the company, or what we are facing right now. And having ability to be able to have a job without depending on one particular company, for me, for example, is priceless. How about you guys? Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm all for exploring the opportunities for constant learning and development, both personally and professionally, for discovering who we are, what kind of career suits us best because of our personalities and things we like and we don't, exploring what makes us fulfilled and brings us real joy and happiness. But if you guys are stuck in terms of the skill to choose to learn and not sure where to start, I have created a clarity workbook for you. You can download it following the link in the description box down below. It will help you to get a better understanding of what is it that makes you tick, makes you happy, and help you find something that you're passionate about and can possibly turn into your career in the future. But if you guys are still struggling, or there is anything else that you are not quite sure about in terms of your career, or you're thinking of change, or you are maybe taking this time as an opportunity to rethink and reinvent yourself, please feel free to drop me an email. As always, I will leave everything in the description box below for you, and I will be more than happy to chat and connect with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, that really means a lot to me, and also make sure that you hit that notification bell to not miss any new videos. And as always, keep yourself and your loved ones safe and healthy, especially during this time. I wish you guys a great day and the rest of the week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!